Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is the Evolution Blades Motohara. I am going to do the unboxing. Thanks to Jason Yoon for making this happen. It's been a few months in the making. This is a custom one that so I annoyed Jason a lot with the requests as far as how to make it and everything, and even he was kind enough to fix a small blemish that I was okay with before it went out, and it didn't go out with the rest of the batch, so they shipped it straight to me from Korea, and there's none of the typical awesome Evolution Blades photos on the black leather with the orange pillow. So there's none of that one for this one. And I was kind of really chomping at the bit to see this. So here it is. You're going to see it at the same time I am. So packaging wise, just a box with some foam. But it's a double layer box, so that's pretty cool. There is a pretty nice silk, I assume. Sageo. Wrapped in foam. And we have a sword bag. I think this is it's got a leather or vinyl little bottom. Already I can feel the weight of it. It's real slim. Now I just got this Huawei in the other day, and it was much heavier than this. So here we go. And I've been soaking some mats outside since yesterday, knowing this was coming. Oh, interesting. The sword bag has just a little hole. Oh, wow. That is thin. The saya is very slim. Jason said they did a Kojiri with the same fittings theme as the other stuff that I would want to. Oh wow! So I asked for, when I asked for, oh my god, this is really cool. It's so slim. I asked for the saya to be a clear red with Samigawa. Now I originally imagined the Samigawa to be black, just because that's how I saw all the others. You know, no big deal. I didn't think anything of it. But when it came, I saw the initial pictures, the shop pictures of it with this red. That's cool. And I was originally thinking like this Huawei is a very dark red, and this is kind of like a muted red. Very cool. Oh my gosh! Wow, this is pretty. I'm just trying to take in all of the details. So I got the Samigawa panels with Emperor nodes here and Gyaku Minuki placement, so they would be under your palm. I got the all silver fittings, and these are the wheat ones with Ishime on around it, and blue, dark blue navy silk Ito. It's pretty tight. Moves a little bit, but I mean it's tight. It's funny. After having some swords, it's just a few, just all production stuff, you know, and one custom mount. You just start to notice things and see things, and this feels really nice. This is in fact the Sageo. It's about like the Huawei. Somehow the Dragon King that nobody will buy is the tightest Itos I've held in person, other than the Dynasty Fortress has been lacquered. Of course that doesn't move, it's like a rock, but this Dragon King Ito is tighter than everything I've had so far. And I'm not complaining about this whatsoever. The diamonds are perfectly even. Samigawa looks really gorgeous. It's the antiqued. I'm just taking this in. The knot is pretty. You know, it's funny. You see on some sukas they have a relief cut in the wood so the knot doesn't stand so proud. This doesn't have that. The Dragon King does, and I don't think many others do. The Huawei doesn't. The Dragon King does, so that knot just kind of is flush with the rest of it. And the Mystery Man in Black does that a little bit too. It's just, there's not a complaint. It's just an observation. I'm just looking. But man, that's pretty. Now, the shitodome on the kurigata are really pretty. Those are nice. The woodwork, everything, all the craftsmanship. Man, I haven't even looked at the tsuba yet. Man, I love the tsuba. That is cool. That's gorgeous. I just love how the hammered looks. And the seppa shaping and size is so pretty. Now I got a different habaki than most, and I'm just still taking in the outside. Man, I love this so far. It's so slim. Look at how slim the saya is. The taper? It tapers. Wow. Okay. Ooh. I'm not gonna look at the blade yet. That Koiguchi is perfect. Okay. Wow. Okay, the balance is so good. It's light. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow, I am super duper digging this. This feels so awesome in the hand. Look at that Kasaki. It's an Okasaki. It's not geometric. It's cross polished, but man, the habaki is so sweet. The file work they do is just gorgeous. It's sharp pretty much all the way. You can tell it's not as sharp right here towards the habaki, but it's. Oh, dude. Oh, I like this a lot. The tsukas could be slimmer, but it fits my hand really well. And especially with the manuki under the palms. That is greatness. I like this a lot. Dude. The hamon is like a suguha, but kind of like a Midari suguha. It's got some undulations to it. Try to see it in my light. Let me pause and wipe this off. Wow. Okay, so looking at this in my lights, my display lights are really good for seeing the hamon. And one side it's very wavy, very calm, real chill. The other side is a little bit more, got a little bit more personality to it. But man, the feeling of this is just very awesome. It's so slim, so thin. The blade is like really thin. I can't explain how thin it is unless I just compare it to something else. Man, that fit is perfect. In fact, let me compare it to this Huawei, which actually was inspired by saya choice, color choice here, because I had seen that color combination on their website, and I just liked the color combo. So the blade is wide, but not much wider than this. But the thickness, I don't know if this is going to come across on camera, but look how thick the Huawei is compared to the Motohara. I mean, it is huge. The difference is huge. I'm going to cut with both of these today. Very, very sweet. And just for another comparison, a visual comparison, here's the Dynasty Forge Shobuzukuri, the Musha. It's pretty wide too, actually. It's real similar. But this is also much thicker, heavy. And then finally, well, I don't have my my Jayco, but I can just show you the Dragon King, what the difference is. Now this blade is long. Actually, it's about the same length, almost. I can't really tell from here. It's a little bit longer, but not much. It starts out wide and then tapers down really skinny. This one is about the thinnest one I have other than the Motohara. Man, Motohara is so slim. This one has a huge taper. It goes down almost as slim as the Motohara, but the balance. This is one of the best balanced swords I've ever had so far. And I really like it. But this one is even better. Holy smokes. Jason, I'm super blown away. This is fantastic. I just have to find some time to eat lunch and then go outside, set up some mats, and cut. So we'll see how that goes, and it'll all be edited together, but so far, oh man, this fits perfectly. That is awesome. Thanks for watching. So today we're going to try out a couple different, well, three new swords completely. I'm going to start with the Jayco, just to make sure I'm cutting well. Do one or two cuts with this, and then I'm going to switch to three new swords. One of them is the Simon Lee, one is the Huawei, and one is the Motohara that came today. I think I'll do the Motohara last so I can see the progression of what it's about. Okay, next I have the Simon Lee Tamahagane 5A polish, and this is the one I have the most reservations about because this stock Koshirai is really awful. So I'm just going to do maybe one cut with it and see what it's about. Hopefully we'll be able to find out if it's worth getting mounted or what? Well, it's still straight. I'll do one more cut. Okay. Still straight, no twist. Curious how it the polish fared. I mean, it's pretty, and I want it to look pretty, but at the same time, if I can't use it to cut once in a while, what is the point? It does scratch, micro scratches on the shinogi a little bit, and on the cutting edge. There's no edge rolling, no damage. Everything is good. It did not cut as easily as the Jayco though, but it is slimmer. I don't know. I don't know. But again, if I can't use it, what's the point, right? So next up is the well, wait, hold on. Okay, this is the Huawei T10 Dotanuki with Okazaki. It's a heavy blade, so we'll see. Ooh, it cuts really nice, really easily. Nice. This thing is sweet. Alright, I like this. This is awesome. Whoa. Dang. This thing is awesome. I don't want to cut too much more because I want to do more with the Motohara, but oh, this thing is greatness. Okay, Huawei, super duper awesome. I'm gonna do Motohara now, just to do it right away. Okay, moment of truth. Motohara, my Evolution blades. This is the SKS3 light mat cutter. It feels so nice and light. Ooh, it cuts so easily. Holy smokes! Wow. It took a long time. Whoa! Like no effort. It's a little longer than the others. So good. one is a 44-ounce dry weight. All right, so this is the final kind of review of this Motohara. So I've had this for a couple months now, done a lot of cutting, did a lot of learning. My Mugai Ryu practice is progressing and I'm learning different things all the time. In fact, even the earlier cutting videos you'll see, I tried some kata and stuff like that, and did some Mugai Ryu kata, just a simple one, but I wanted to see how it would work with cutting. And you can see throughout those cutting videos, the last one is the most recent. I learned a lot just in between those little things. Each time I had a class or something like that, or we had a cutting class, I would learn something that I was doing not correct, but that's how it goes. So you learn as you go. But I learned with this sword, and I gotta say, I'm really pleased with it. My only criticisms of it would be things that I ordered or didn't know to specify. For instance, the thickness of the sky is the main thing for me. I have like short, stubby sausage fingers, and while this is good, it feels the hand. The thickness of the minuki and just the overall thickness of the spots where your hand rests make it very, while I grip it just fine, I feel like it's just a tad too thick for me. So down here is great where it's the slimmest, but up here and up here it feels just a little bit thick for me, whereas the Jayco mounted by the Mystery Man in Black feels much more comfortable. Even the Simon Lee Junk Koshirai is a little bit slimmer. The Dragon King was probably the best Tsuka shape and feel I've had so far. The Ito was way tighter than anything else. The Huawei is pretty good as well. It's a little thick, but it's got a nice, decent profile. The Minuki are slim. So it's just one of those things you grow with and learn with. And I have a second Motohara on order, and I specifically asked Jason to make sure that it's a little bit slimmer for me. So, and then possibly in the future, when this needs to be rewrapped, I'll have it reprofiled by Motohara. So that, and the Okisaki. I want to show the Okisaki. So this Okisaki is way, 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 way bigger than all the Okisakis on the other swords I have. Probably by double the length. So, well, maybe another extra third. Anyway, it's very slim, very skinny. I mean, it's like X-Acto blade at the tip. Very, very sharp, very, very skinny. And what I found was that when I would do Noto, if it's not correct, like the perfect alignment, it will dig into the saya every single time. And it's very hard to feel because the blade is light, so you don't really feel when it drops off the meat of your hand as much. And it's just unforgiving for a novice or someone who's not super practiced at it So it's very unforgiving for not having the perfect alignment back into the saya. So I did a fair amount of gouging on the inside of the saya there. Talking to Scott Kanekuni, I was able to get some tips from him on how to fix that and take care of, hopefully it won't happen as much. And I've been working on, of course, my technique and I've been having less and less problems as I've gone along. So it's become a non-issue, but just so you know, if you're ordering one with an Okazaki, watch out for that, especially with the LMC, because it's super, super thin. And I even took this to the Mugairyu cutting session where we did all cut in class, and I let some other people use it. And people who are much more practiced with, years and years, much higher than I am, they even had kind of a little bit of an issue with that too. So it's just one of those things you got to get used to. Other than that, the tsuba did come a little bit loose. No big deal. I used a nail set and just tightened up, just hit in the same punch holes that they had, and tightened it up, and no problems. So yeah, fit and finish is amazing. Everything about it is excellent. The saya is just greatness. Everything is good. It's just really great. There's a lot of hype about it, but someone asked me if it lives up to the hype, and I said, sure, of course it does. It's an excellent sword. For the money, it's about as, these aren't antique fittings, but man, the fit and finish and just the build quality is excellent. Now this is all oily right now, but it does show, SKS3 is the steel. It does show, the use. It's not too resistant to scratching, so it has lots of micro scratches from the mat, and I don't know if that's coming off on camera. I did re-etch it once, and it looks great. It looked perfect, and then of course I cut with it a whole bunch again. So it's something that you can keep doing, I guess. I just wanted to see how it would work, and I just did the Walter Sorrell's kind of lemon juice etch and repolish that area, and I was really careful not to do too much because I didn't want to affect the original finish or anything. But anyway, so yeah, it's held up really well. I did have, I don't know what I was going to say, but anyway, I have another daisho coming on the way, so I'll look for that review soon. So anyway, this is the Motohara by Evolution Blades. This is the light mat cutter. It's really light, really thin. SKS3, silver fittings, Emperor Node, Samigawa, silk, Ito. I did the Samigawa on the saya, and silver Koji, and Okazaki. I think those are all the options from the base. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I know it's a long video, but I've seen only a few videos on this so far, and not much talking about it. So hopefully the unboxing, the unboxing is a little bit long, but there's some pictures rolled in there, so hopefully you guys can see some of the details of this. So anyway, thanks so much, Jason and Evolution Blades.